we humans like to think that we're these rational creatures, right? But the fact is that everything we do, even small decisions, we make with our emotions. And then we might be really quick to justify with logical reasons so that we can tell ourselves that we were sensible and we used our heads for that decision. So in this video, I'll go over 4 basic human emotions we all share and how you can use them in your copywriting to create desire for your products or services. And of course, there are a lot more than these 4, but just for the sake of not making it an hour-long video, we'll just keep it to 4 for today, okay? What do all the great movies, books, and songs have in common? You know, those movies and books that you can just watch over and over and you never get sick of them? Well, it's that they make us feel something. So whether we like it or not, us humans, we are emotional creatures and we get hooked by things that make us feel, whether it's even sad or afraid, like negative emotions, or it's entertained or hopeful or something else. And our decisions to buy are also guided by our feelings. So for example, if we sell house insurance, say, then what we really sell the customer on is feeling safe and secure. And if we sell like noise canceling headphones like these, then we sell the feeling of relaxation and peace. So let's go over the 4 emotions that are really commonly used in sales. The first on the list is belonging and acceptance. So we humans, we've evolved throughout evolution as a pack animal. You know, we're not strong and we're not fast compared to most other animals. So we survive because we're social creatures. And so the need to belong to a group is kind of a biological need that we've inherited through many generations. So you can use that in your sales copy by creating a sense of community or a group that your reader gets to be a part of. For example, I never really got the hype of watching soccer games, to be honest, which is a really big deal in Denmark, where I'm from. So personally, I was always more into doing sports than watching sports, even though I can't catch or throw a ball if my life depended on it. So anyways, when I asked people around me, why is it so interesting to stand there in freezing cold weather and watch people they don't even know kick a ball around? Well, they've all given me some kind of version of it's because it's their team and they want to support their team and they have fun doing it with the other team fans. So that's that sense of community, right? And we see this in all kinds of settings, like membership clubs or what school you went to, or even the city or the country you come from, or if you're an iPhone or an Android user, is that when we meet others that belong to that same group, we instantly feel connected and it meets our need for social belonging. If your target audience is millennials, then belonging is a feeling you really need to bring out in your copy, because according to Eventbrite, then 79% of millennials, they feel that going to live events with family and friends, they help deepen their relationship with them. And in fact, 30% of millennials say that they met someone at a live event that became a good friend, and that is a direct quote from the study I'll link to in the description below. So if you can create that sense of belongingness with your product so that all your customers get the feeling that they are a part of a big family and your products will bond people together, then you're really well on your way to have loyal customers that will sing your praises to others and come back to buy from you again and again. The second emotion we'll go over is greed. Okay, so let's be honest, we all want more for less. So if we can get 2 for the price of 1 or a good discount, that might be the thing that will make us buy. And the proof, we see it every year on Black Friday and in January, right? So if you can make your audience understand that your product is a great deal and then speak to that feeling that they get more value for their money, then you are on the right track. Number 3 is the need to be admired through exclusivity and status. Okay, so this feeling is actually opposite to the one we just talked about, because this is where we sell something because it is expensive and not a great deal at all. So, for example, why are diamonds so expensive when really they are just rocks and they don't really have any practical value if you think about it? Well, it's because they're rare and therefore they are exclusive and they portray status. Depending on what crowd your audience belongs to, then the need to be admired through status objects, it can come in many forms. So it can be diamonds if your audience is financially wealthy, but it can also be really cool sneakers if you sell to teens, or it can be education or heavy books if you sell to an audience that value intellectual knowledge. So figure out what values create admiration in your tribe and then play on those values in your copy. So the fourth emotion we'll cover today is the fear of missing out. And you probably know this as FOMO. So if your audience is millennials, you need to pay attention right now, because according to a study done by Eventbrite, then 69% of all millennials experience FOMO. And I'll link to the study in the description below. So exactly how do you use FOMO in your sales copy? For example, if there's only 2 pairs of those designer shoes left, or 2 plane tickets, or whatever it might be, then that feeling of missing out if they don't buy right now is gonna kick in, right? So it's also why we saw people in the news get into fights over toilet paper when the pandemic started. And so think about it. Does anyone really care about toilet paper in normal life? Not really, right? But once there's a fear of not having it, whether real or imagined, then people get triggered and they just have to have it, and that is FOMO. So think about how you can use FOMO in your own sales copy, but of course, only do it ethically, because if you communicate that your products is a limited deal and you trigger FOMO, and then people later found out that there were actually plenty to go around, then you lose all your credibility and people are going to get upset and not buy from you again. So only do it if it's true. Watch this video right here if you want some quick tips and tweaks you can make to create engaging headlines for your sales copy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.